a species that has been genetically modified. You're not saying none of that. You're saying that I have something to say about something that public record showed that he's a sex offender. I want you to understand something. And any woman that, it was females in the chat, it was a couple of them in there, I saw in there, any woman that support a sex offender, something is wrong with you. You fucking, I just want you to know that. Y'all really, something is wrong with y'all, that you literally support. And say, I don't give a fuck, he wasn't wrong. Listen, I know people was already telling me, like, that's one of Dr. Malakosi babies, the minions and shit like that. Everybody already told me that. I understood, I totally understood that. But look at how the universe, and look at how the universe and dark energy work all together. The low vibrational frequency already see that I'm vibrating at a different frequency. And then look at what happens with somebody. Look at what happened with the dark energy. Now, I went there because, yeah, I'm going to go over there. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem talking to you. But if you're going to have your whole conversation, you're not disputing the fact of what I'm spitting, what I'm talking about beyond Malakazi York. They're not disputing that. You're not talking about the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. You're talking about me and the fact that I don't want to deal or be affiliated with someone that has anything to do with motherfucking children. That's convicted for dealing or messing with underage children. That's crazy to me. I don't get that. I truly don't get that. That shit doesn't fly with me. And I'm not going to allow, matter of fact, I don't even want to go there. I'll just say this to you. I'm not a person that's hard to find in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hard at all to find at any particular time that any of these Malakazi York. It's not like that I haven't been outside on the streets. When I was outside on the streets and 10 toes down, it was brothers that came up to me and spoke to me about Malakazi York. And I said the same thing to them. There was no hesitation in my motherfucking voice at all. But I'm going to let you know. Y'all can play around with me if you want to. I want you to know I changed my life. I want you to know both my son and my daughter changed my life. And I mean that. They really changed my life. And I'm not the person that I once was. And matter of fact, about a couple days ago, I had a dispute. Over the phone. And those thoughts, I never thought those thoughts would come in my motherfucking head again. I never thought those type of thoughts would come in my head again. And I'm saying to myself, I had to really check my inner cheek. I had to check me, but like, you know what, bro? That's not you no more. Because some people can get this confused about my message versus who internally I truly am and who I was at one point in time. I'm not a killer. I'm not a gangster. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't play around with other men. I don't play around with males. I don't have any time. I don't play with men. That's why you don't ever see me hanging with men. You don't ever see me hanging with boys. You don't ever see me having a crew. I don't do none of that shit because I don't play with them at all. So I had to get off of that line because the message was not the message. The only thing that was on that message was the only thing that was on that line was Malakazi York, Malakazi York, Malakazi York. That shit he don't mean nothing to me. I never looked up his information, never looked up what he did, nor do I fucking care about what he did. You understand? If he was that powerful and he was that impactful to people, then guess what? His wife, his children, or whoever he was dealing with, they all would be doing what they need to do to get him in a better position, in the position that he was in. So, and I also want to say this. When I say that I don't put myself in disadvantageous situations, I'm not going to put myself in any type of situation that any type of anybody can bring up any type of false allegations against me. No matter if it's false or they trying to make it fucking true. It doesn't make a bit of a difference. I'm not putting myself in those type of situations. Exactly. Go bring him the fuck out of jail. Go stand out in front of jail and hold petitions and signs up. You understand what I'm saying? When Allen Iverson got locked up in Philly, the basketball player, it was people outside the motherfucking roundhouse with signs and picket signs and shit like that. Because he had that much of an impact on people. So if he got that much of an impact, why don't you go and do what you need to do for him? You don't gotta come here to me. I don't even know. Listen, I never on my life put a title of a man's name up there and say, yo, I got a problem with this individual. Never, not one French toast time. I have a problem with the complex cell and their creator. I don't have a problem with so-called black people that want to move in a human format or exercise human characteristics. I don't have a problem with that because guess what? You're going to be dealt with you're going to be dealt with when the time is right. And I'm not your judge, jury, and executioner. Karma is. How you choose to die, how you choose to live is the way you choose to die. That's point blank and simple. So I'm not concerned with that. I'm more concerned with the future. I'm more concerned with the future generation. You're concerned with an individual that's incarcerated, and the fact that I don't have no affiliation or want to have any affiliation with him. I don't want people come in my life and start mentioning them. And I say, you know what? I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you. I don't deal with those type of people at all. And I'm never going to. Hit the joint. Y'all think everyone locked up is guilty. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that. This is what you don't understand. If I got locked up today or tomorrow, whether people thought I was guilty or not guilty, guess what? A lot of fuck is in jail. That's the problem. That lets you know when you're exercising emotional intelligence or not. It doesn't matter. I'm in jail. What the fuck does that matter? Kalai is in jail. It don't make a difference what is he did. It doesn't make a difference what happened. Is he locked up or is he not locked up? Period. So again, listen, trust me, I don't know the specifics of the case. I understand. I don't know the specifics of the case. I just know what's public record, and and what was on public record, and everybody that's trying to defend him is stating that the people that testified against him, the FBI put guns in his head, they threatened them to testify, to say X, Y, and Z. So once again, I don't know anything about that, and nor do I care. I'm not his judge, jury, and executioner. I don't have to deal with him if I don't want to, and I'm not going to deal with him. And anybody that think because of my words and my choice, my free will is not to deal with him, if you think that you're going to run up on me or you think you want to do something, try it. I don't have a fucking problem with that. Right now. Rock out. Put my chest to go. Rock the fuck out. I'm not looking for no problems with my brothers and sisters. I'm not looking for none whatsoever. Rock out. Do your thing. Say, damn, nigga, that nigga come out right there. Nigga, what you say about Malachi York? Step up. That's all. I'm not looking for no trouble. But if you choose that that's what decision that you want to make, because I make a decision that I don't want to affiliate myself with an individual, this motherfuckers out here on the street that I know that literally committed straight up homicide. You know what I do when I see them? Yo, bro, what's up? Yo, what's up, Clyde? You don't even rap. You don't sit around no more. Yo, what's up, bro? I'm out. Yo, y'all have a great day. What's up? You good? All right, boom. Niggas is strapped all day long. You good? Yeah, I'm good. And I keep it moving. Or I don't even go in those areas. But when I do see them, yo, you good? Yo, you good? I'm good. And I keep it moving. Why? Because I'm not affiliating myself with that type of frequency. So you're not going to force me to affiliate myself with frequency that I don't want to affiliate myself. So then he try to get me, he try to ask me, right? And I don't understand how you didn't comprehend the answer. He asked me about thoughts and how we spoke telepathy. Your thoughts carry weight. So for example, I had a thought in my head for me to move my hand and put my finger up. That thought carry weight because it carry weight for me to cause an action. That thought cause an electrical impulse that sends signals from my neurons to my exon tract to my finger to the nerves that are in my fingers for me to move around. That come on.
Long before it was called marijuana, the plant was known as cannabis, sacred incense in the temples of ancient world. In old Hebrew texts, cane bosom was one of the ingredients of the holy anointing oil. Long before it was called marijuana, the plant was known as cannabis, sacred incense in the temples of ancient world. In old Hebrew texts, cane bosom was one of the ingredients of the holy anointing oil. And it wasn't for pleasure, no, it was for presence, a bridge between matter and spirit. But the first written records of its use don't come from Middle East. They come from ancient China around 2700 BCE. The legendary emperor healer Shen Nong listed cannabis in his Materia Medica as a sacred herb that calms the mind, eases pain, and restores balance between yin and yang. For the Chinese, it wasn't vice, it was the qi, the life current that flows through all things. Across the cultures, it played the same role. In India, the god Shiva is called Lord of the Manga. Ascetics would drink a mixture made from cannabis leaves before meditation, believing it opened the third eye, the space where illusion dissolves. The Scythians, the nomadic tribes of Central Asia, burned its seeds in ritual, tends to enter altered states, and Herodotus wrote of their laughter as a form of purification. To the Sufis, smoke was never about escape. It was the metaphor of the veil, the moment spirit touches form and disappears again. Even alchemists saw the plant's resin as a symbolism of transformation, the sap that captures sunlight and turns it into a visible dream. In esoteric medicine, cannabis was linked to the element of air, expansion, perception, and signal. It thins the veil between the conscious and the subconscious, making patterns visible that were always there. That's why, for some, it brings clarity, and for others, chaos. It magnifies what's within. Every age tries to control what opens perception. And yet, throughout history, this plant kept reappearing in sacred spaces, from incense burners to ritual ointments. Because deep down, it's not about intoxication. It's about translation. It reminds us that consciousness itself can shift states. That matter is not fixed, and neither are we. Long before it was called marijuana, the plant was known as cannabis, sacred incense in the temples of ancient world. In old Hebrew texts, cannabosum was one of the ingredients of the holy anointing oil. And it wasn't for pleasure, no, it was for presence, a bridge between matter and spirit. But the first written records of its use don't come from Middle East. They come from ancient China around 2700 BCE. The legendary emperor healer Shen Nong listed cannabis in his Materia Medica as a sacred herb that calms the mind, eases pain, and restores balance between yin and yang. For the Chinese, it wasn't vice, it was the qi, the life current that flows through all things. Across the cultures, it played the same role. In India, the god Shiva is called Lord of the Banga. Ascetics would drink a mixture made from cannabis leaves before meditation, believing it opened the third eye, the space where illusion dissolves. The Scythians, the
Light and dark on thy sight. Light and dark on thy sight. Pure light.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Powerful spells require extraordinary patience.
You do have to stop Victor, don't you, darling?
Would you still love me if I said not yet?
Of course. But I would also...
As would I.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The barriers between dimensions are breaking. It's up. They look like they need big. What am I? Invisible?
Got a med kit. That's the last one we'll ever do. Boom, one shot.
I need assistance.
The stakes just got raised. Taste cold steel. Hell yeah. Someone scratch my back. If you want to save a rocket, we gotta move. Now.
We are undefeatable!
The right behind you.
I could use this.
Always prevails.
Friends, you're halfway there. Keep going.
By the eye of Agamotto!
If we act fast. Your sister.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Gotta make it.
I suck.
Here they come.
We are undefeatable! Triple KO!
It's not over yet. Taste cold steel.
Only 60 seconds left.
Taste cold steel.
I am
As good as new.
some assistance, please.
I'm back, baby.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Slice and dice.
I like the cold.
Hurts. Magical. And so it begins.
I suck.
This time I am saving the mutants, Ultron. Here I You.
You're halfway there. Keep going. A nice deep breath.
You're lucky I was here.
Bitch.
She thought she was about to run up on me. He tried it.
It's there. Don't
He tried it.
a nice deep freeze. Vehicle reached exit point. Keep
He made sure he came straight back for me. It's cool.
You call yourself a...
Nobody can stand up against a full strength scar.
I suck. That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Our foes have found us.
So close. This is your big chance.
Look out behind us.
Dickhead. Woo! Pulled that shit off right before the end. We in this bitch. Hey yo, I fuck with Blade, but why the fuck is he so slow? Like Cat run faster than him. That shit don't make sense.
Twins. So the funniest thing happened when I went over to my Instagram yesterday last night before I fell asleep. Apparently somebody's trying to do a weird smear campaign on Instagram about me. Apparently I'm...
So last week, 2 FBI agents showed up at my door and had some questions about things that I've posted on social media. They were investigating domestic terrorism, I believe. Shout out to my agents. I am so honored that you watch my content. Like, next time, please give me a heads up or something so I can make you some tea or coffee. And I hope you're watching this video because I do have an important question for you at the end. My 2 federal agents were very concerned with this video that I made, calling on organizers to organize better. They were highly concerned that I had shared addresses of weapon manufacturers in this country, and they wanted to know why I had done that and what were my intentions with sharing that video. And essentially tried to accuse me of inciting violence. And I just want to make it abundantly clear, publicly, that I did not and do not call for violence against individuals or property that you care so much about. With that said, this is a perfect opportunity to remind everyone, especially you, federal agents, of the Leahy Law. What is the Leahy Law, you may ask? Well, let's read it directly from the U.S. Department of State's website. The term Leahy Law refers to 2 statutory provisions prohibiting the U.S. government from using funds for assistance to units of foreign security forces where there is credible information implicating that unit in the commission of gross violation of human rights. Let's translate that into plain English. The U.S. government is forbidden while selling weapons to or funding a foreign entity that is violating human rights. Our government is breaking its own.
If it isn't about racism, how come ICE isn't deporting white immigrants?
The fact that you guys can't use multiple women as a flex anymore.
Who the fuck said that? Women are still getting with men.
The Victorians were a primitive society. To me, they are one of the most barbaric savages that I've ever had the displeasure of learning about. And no one can change my mind on that. When I think about civilized society, I go straight to how they treat the vulnerable and weaker members of that society. I'm just going to focus on children today. We are talking about a society that sends their own children into underground mines, in the dark, and be blown to bits, chimneys, to suffocate and get stuck up there, to mills, to get their limbs ripped off by dangerous machinery. At the age of 5, 6, 7, we have a society that transports criminals to the other side of the world for stealing apples and clothes when you can see the poverty in front of your eyes, and will send young girls there because they know there's too many men there. We're not exempt from this. There's so much of our social blueprint that comes from this society, unfortunately. That's why it's so important to be critical about how we treat people and why. It's also why I'm so shocked when people say, I can't believe they went to Africa and enslaved people. Look at how they treat their own children, their own young. These are children that have the same eye color as them, the same freckles as them, the same skin color as them, the same children as them that they love so much. They will send that child into a workhouse to pick oakum, hard labor, all for the crime of being poor. No respect for man or woman, living or dead, human or nature. No respect for primitive, barbaric, caveman, Oonga Boonga society. And what makes it worse is that they felt they were civilized and go around trying to enforce their barbaric ways on people. And I just feel so sorry that the majority of people had to get to know them.
Like maybe black clothes. The moon is white, Stark. It shines in the night. So do I.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Y'all know we underwater, right? Y'all know we underwater, right? Because when we came into this world, where did you first come from? You were in your mother's stomach for 9 months as a baby's body, inside of water in her womb. Where did all that water come from? That life comes from it. That water is space inside her womb. So, where do you think we're at now? We're in between the firmaments above and the firmaments below because we're underwater. So technically, the space that they taught us isn't real. It's just an ocean, right? Think about it. We're breathing in oxygen, and isn't that a part of one H2O? It's really interesting of how the moon can fill up with the waters from above and her waters below them. Stay safe, y'all.
Bitch.
Find whoever put me out last time.
Don't worry. I already know who it is. It's that bitch ass. What is it? The fucking tracking shark?
Your team's capture progress is past the halfway point.
This
I don't even see nobody. I'm just throwing that shit.
Maximum pulse! That's what happens when you pick a fight with protons.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Rockets, fire! Hurry up!
Damn, I didn't know Magneto was like accurate like that. I've never really like played. I mean, I think I tested him, but I ain't like played. Yeah, just one match. Yeah.
Guess we better save the world again. I never wanted to be Iron Man, but it worked out for everybody.
Did it? Not the people you blew the fuck up.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I'm the brightest in the sky. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh, right. It's totally me.
That's horseman talk.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'm Mark Spector. I'm Stephen Grant. I'm Jake Lockley. And we are Moon Knight.
Our enemies are near. I can feel them.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. They captured the mission area!
My power is a gift from Solal the Undying.
Why you say his name like that? Shyla?
Look at last.
Just in time.
Oh shit, forgot about her
Before I do.
magic.
The moon is bright. Khonshu's hunt is about to begin.
This was all. I require some aid.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Almost bowed out.
Damn, Rocket. Big move. Shot me in the back.
Becoming an Avenger was the best thing I've ever done.
They've almost got it!
Leave them to... Let the devils reign! You couldn't be
What the fuck? Oh, I forgot he did that shit.
Hack and slash! This is firepower!
Hey. Go ass Rocket.
This is real firepower!
See what you got, Angela.
This
Oh,
is how the universe ends. I shall go down fighting.
oh, she fly? You bet. Same Angela from Spawn, right?
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Damn it, I missed. Okay, so she actually alright. She pretty alright.
I recently learned something about the Congo that absolutely blew my mind. And I know it's going to blow yours too, because this is not widely known information. And, hopefully my page doesn't get taken down for this. Because remember, guys, we must protect the war machine. We must protect the war machine at all costs. The war machine is our friend. So this is what I learned. The bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were made from minerals that come from the Congo.
So many opportunities, men of God and men of Christ, and yet you come across a woman who's had a past on her, and you just cast her off. Oh, I can't.
So I was watching Jeepers Creepers for my horror movie the other day, right? Yeah. Now, and if Derry would have just learned to mind his business, maybe he could have reached a different fate. And my daughter walks in and says, the writer and the director of this movie was a convicted pedophile. And when you think about that, it kind of made sense. Hold up. Wait, he's a what? So this was news to me. So don't feel bad if you didn't notice either, because I had no idea. So I look it up. And sure enough, she's absolutely right.
So the girlies that be denying them. So the girlies that be denying themselves to explore their options for a boyfriend, y'all are better than me.
I do my absolute best to not get out here and call people stupid.
The anti-blackness.
My neighbor knows that I was laid off, and he had came by my house because he walks his dog, all the way by my house. He stays all the way down the street. Anyways, he came over, but not over. He was walking. Y'all know what I mean. He was walking by and was like, "So how's everything going, Miss Christina?" And he asked again, emphasizing, no, how's everything going? I was like, oh, it's fine, I'm just gonna be a stay-at-home mom. And he was like, is that going all right for you? I was like, yeah. We're doing good. And he was like, oh, so he was like, you're just too smart to be sitting in the house. I was like, I know. I say the same thing, humbly. And I was like, but something, because of that, I found ways to make money online. I was like, by sitting on that thing, I didn't catch it first. I was like, I said, no. Not OnlyFans. I don't do OnlyFans. And I was like, I'll make videos. At that point, I was just stuck. I was stuck. I didn't know what to say. I was like, no, I'll make videos and, content creation just didn't come out my mouth. Anyways, it was like, because if you did make OnlyFans, then, All
right, you guys. I guess that's enough. I'll see you guys later.